Hello everyone and welcome back to Just K, where we talk about everything that is health, mind, body, and soul. To all my subscribers, thank you once again for joining me. And if you're new here, you know what to do. Click on that subscribe button and sit back and get comfortable while we talk about everything that is health. Right now, we're talking about health from a spiritual health perspective. We have done so many things. We have talked about honoring our ancestors through libations and altars. We have discovered that indigenous African spirituality was a way of life, a culture that was passed down. We were introduced to the 7 powers of Africa, or the Orisha. Today, I want to talk about some of the practices in ancient Egypt, and I'll explain my point at the end of this video. Grab my notes, let's get started. The belief system in ancient Egypt lasted for over 3,000 years. It is considered a polytheistic religion, meaning worshipped many gods, but we'll talk about the worshiping God part later. Their belief system centered on Ma'at, or the 7 powers of Ma'at. She was considered the goddess of truth, balance, order, harmony, righteousness, morality, and justice. The belief was that the world would fall apart without these principles. There were other gods like Ma'at who resided and controlled the natural force, and the religious practices centered around the pharaoh, who was considered, who was believed to be divine and the intermediary between the humans and the gods. His role was to sustain the gods so that they could maintain balance in the universe. I'm going to give you some of the most important ones that I have found. We're going to start with Amen-Ra, which started with just Amen. It said his name basically means the hidden or the secret one. It's thought that he created first himself and then everything around him, while remaining secluded and distanced from the rest of the world. When he merged with Ra, then he became both the visible and the invisible. He is considered the father of the pharaoh and described as the creator of the pyramid text. He represents good leadership, confidence, and strength and motivation. Next we have Osiris. Osiris is the first son of Geb and Nut, and the brother of Set, Horus, Isis, known as the god of the underworld. The belief is that he once possessed a human form and lived on earth until he was murdered by his brother in a fit of jealousy. The belief is that he once possessed human form and lived on earth until he was murdered in a fit of jealousy by his brother Seth. His sister Isis tracked him down, performed magic, and conceived a child with him. He is considered god of the underworld, strong but vulnerable, and a warrior. Next we have Isis, also known as a Set, queen of the throne. She is described as she who gives birth to both heaven and earth. She represents motherhood and childbirth. Thoth. Thoth is one of the earliest recognized gods. He is the god of wisdom, the problem solver. He is credited with bringing civilization to mankind through writing, language, magic. He is said to have maintained a library of the gods along with his wife Sheshet. He's supposed to be a messenger and a scribe of the gods. Geb, god of the earth and grandson to Atum-Ra. Earthquakes are said to be his laughter. He is credited with supplying the earth with precious stones and metals. He is associated with the environment and being kind-hearted. Horus, the protector, the warrior. He had his eyes ripped out by Set in a fight. The Eye of Horus is said to be a powerful amulet, and when broken into pieces, they were used to represent the sixth sense being your thoughts. He is also said to have chopped his mother's head off in a fit of rage when she wouldn't kill her brother Set. So just in case you aren't seeing the parallels here, we have Isis, who's like Yomoja, a mother, a female protector. We have Thoth, who is like a legba, a messenger, a creator of language. We have Geb, he is like Arunmila, the all-knowing, the keeper of the earth. Horus is like Ojun, protector, clearer of paths. Osiris, he is like Shengo, the god of loss and power. Atum Ra, he is like Obatala, creator, perfect and imperfect. Different names and stories based on individual different cultures, but the theme remains the same. What I see is, through these stories, I see a sense of connection between the star system, spirituality in itself, nature around us, as well as us. I hope you like these stories. We're going to tie them in next week in our next video. I thank you for watching. I love you, fam. And I will see you next. Oh, wait. Hey, check this out. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click on that notification bell to see what I'm popping off with next. And until then, bye.